Commentary comes from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
Very good. Knew that he was leaving a red for his opponent if he missed it.
And just as Sean had the last frame, young Jan sat in his chair there and tapped his knee as well. An applause for that brilliant red by Sean.
7.
Yeah, pink's better for position here, I fancy. Can play for the two reds to right corner from the pink. Quite important this time for Sean to get nice and low in the black and use that famous Q power that he possesses, trying to get into the bunch.
50.
I think he can just run through off the black cushion here, just leave a nice angle on and off the cushion.
14.
Usually very good at this type of shot.
One. 22.
Just considering whether it's worth playing the cannon here, you would expect him to play some sort of cannon. It looks like he's maybe not. He's just playing a little full ball cannon in the loose red to leave the other one to middle. So providing he gets a nice angle on top side of the blue
29.
here, give him a good chance to go into that pack of reds.
$30.
Looks promising now.
35. $36. $43. 44. 50.
choice of reds, but whatever he chooses, I expect this to develop into a frame-winning break.
Yeah, sensibly playing for the pink
51.
because either side have straight on it. Position's automatic from it. As you say, Clive shouldn't be a problem in clinching this third frame.
An opportunity he earned with a great opening red from distance. Really sticking his neck out because he was leaving another red if he hadn't potted it.
Fifty-seven. Fifty-eight. Sixty-three.
Just enough distance involved that he has to be careful. Cool. I did not expect that though.
63.
Even according to the slight degree of difficulty, he missed that by a long way.
1.
So, an unexpected chance for Yan Bingtao.
Yeah, he may have gotten a kick on reflection, Sean Murphy. The replay there suggested that the red just took off as it left the cue ball, took off the bed of the table, that is. But anyway, it's gone now, and really a massive unexpected
8.
chance for the young man. If this was in the club where he practices, you'd probably fancy him to finish it. Obviously this is different circumstances, but the point is it's a decent chance, and it's a chance he definitely shouldn't have had. Oh, massive bad contact again.
Sixteen.
A really thunderous kick. Took most of the life out of the cue ball.
Yes, and his opponent Sean Murphy's the biggest advocate on the World Snooker Tour of using the mysterious
17.
ball cleaner that I believe some players have been using. Apparently there's been a few tests and other things done, and it maybe stops the balls kicking as much. I can't see it myself, because I know that when Stephen Maguire won a PTC event in Portugal that in fact got him into this very tournament in
22.
last December, I think it was, they were using the ball cleaner. Stephen Maguire had two of the biggest kicks I've ever seen in the last frame of that match. Anyway, that discussion's for another day.
Yan Bingtao, 22.
These pockets don't give much away, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're very tight, aren't they? And especially tight, I think, this week. It's always amusing to me when you hear guys in the club, or even guys who actually play snooker generally but obviously aren't professionals. You sometimes hear them saying that the pockets are big. Nothing could be further from the truth. I suppose the only way of finding out is get yourself in the main tour, come and have a go, and you'll find out for yourself.
The cut along the rail is too difficult for Murphy to attempt. He puts the red to far corner away nicely. And goes on to clinch the frame.
Eight. Nine.
Didn't strain for position, even with his opponent already needing 2 snookers.
Sean Murphy, 16.
So largely with the 63 break earlier in the frame, Shaun Murphy leads Yan Bingtao by 2 frames to 1.
Welcome back to the Champion of Champions and the clash between Shaun Murphy and Yan Bingtao. Murphy has just taken the third to restore his 1 frame advantage. This is now the 4th.
29.
And you have to figure if he pots this pink, it'll be end of frame. This is the key to it. Yeah, it was missable.
Shaun Murphy, 29.
Yes, a little bit of distance involved, and also bridging across the middle pocket.
One.
It's a lot of times for these top players that expect so much of them, and more often than not they perform to the top level. But it appears today that Shaun's just, what we would say, 1 shot away from playing really near his top level. So, again, another chance for Yan.
9.
He's got to start taking them though.
Not the easiest of clearances, but definitely a possible.
16.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see him get the pink in its spot off this red. That would help positionally, especially for the 2 reds relatively close to the middle pockets.
17.
Yeah, that's good. That he's not even looking at the black, as I say. Gets the pink in the spot, just makes things easier.
Twenty-three. Yan Bingtao, 23.
Just when he was going well, he breaks down. Okay, had to raise the butt of the cue, but I still didn't expect him to miss it.
ball. Six.
Yeah, it's a tough red now. I said earlier, these pockets are tight this week. This will be a tester. Yeah, that's no chance. At least it's gone safe though.
Sean Murphy 6.
Yes, that red has, but there's a possible red to right middle, which he would have known as he was playing the red along the rail. Never as easy as they look, but I thought he would pot that.
Yeah, I think the surprising thing was how far he missed it. I don't think he even jawed it in the end. As you say, they're never easy, especially diagonally across the nap and going up the way, but he should have at least threatened the pocket. So, well in the melting pot, this frame. Massive frame it is as well. Still waiting for the match really to catch fire, as I said earlier, but the important thing for, especially for Jan, is to keep himself in it at this stage, and he'll stay in it for quite some time if Sean keeps making those kind of mistakes.
Didn't stun the cue ball sharply enough to leave Jan snookered behind the yellow.
The only thing for me playing that shot, he's playing it the wrong way. He's got to play it 2 cushions, just plain ball and a lot softer. You've got to give the pocket a chance to accept the red. Playing it at that pace, he would have to middled it and right in the heart of the pocket to even pot it. Again, something that he'll have to learn.
1.
He is young, obviously.
I know, Alan, when you get involved in coaching, you're constantly saying to young players, don't hit the ball so hard, it must drive you mad.
Yes, we had a chat just the other morning or so, didn't we, about that very thing.
9.
It's just a natural thing, isn't it? You say to them, don't hit the ball harder, try and hit it better and get better results out of it.
If he just fails to develop the last red,
16.
he leads by 20 in this frame, heading for a 3-1 lead, but he's certainly not over the line yet.
Sean Murphy 16.
Murphy ends that contribution with a good safety though.
Yes, 20 behind, as you see. There's still plenty of hope for Jan in the frame. Looks like he's snookered though here, so I think I would trust to luck here and play this with pace. If he plays it soft, you'd expect Sean to get him again. Not for me, this. I say get him again. He's going to get him in the best way possible by just dropping this red in. If it goes in, which it looks really quite a comfortable pot, there's not going to be any pace in it. Oh.
I was surprised that Murphy missed that, but he put the red too far onto the side jaw.
Yeah, it might just have went in on some tables, but as I said before, these pockets look tight this week. Now, the equation here is pretty straightforward. He simply has to clear up. If he's got any aspirations of winning the match, these are the positions where you have to punish.
Murphy's made a lot more mistakes than usual today. Yan Bingtao would normally clear up from here, but the question is, can he do it now?
The one thing I'm surprised about, he's not even trying to reach this with his hand, he's just playing it with the rest. I think he could reach this stretching over. Maybe he couldn't, but it'd be worth finding out. This just makes it a little bit more tricky, and the cue ball's not absolutely perfect. So I think he's missed a trick there. I think he could have reached that. Still fancy him to knock the brown in, but it should have been a bit easier than what this is.
Well
played. But still one decent shot to play. Straight or high in the pink is good. Just needs a normal bounce, which he's had. Just needs, yeah, perfect.
Only needs the pink. Wouldn't have played the black like that if it had been frame ball. And Yan Bingtao levels the match at 2-all.
Welcome back to the Group 4 match between Shaun Murphy and Yan Bingtao. It's all level through the opening 4 frames. This is now the 5th. Commentary comes from Clive Everton and Alan McManus.
A key factor, if he did get into a winning position, would he have the composure to get over the line? It's tempting to think that Murphy, with his class and experience, will prevail in the end, but you can't be too sure.
Yeah, well, there's life, there's hope, and there's plenty of life in this match for Yan. Effectively a best of 3 from here on in. Shaun's not been at his best. He's going to have to up his game. This isn't going to be a deep screw into the pack. He just wants the little soft screw. Just missed the loose one there for a choice or 2. Couldn't avoid it, but he's still in the other one.
$13. 14.
Now, if he's playing the black here, this isn't a good pack to go into. Plenty of angle, but I think the cloth's just a little bit on the sluggish side this week. He'll do well to open these. You see it just stuck on them.
Shaun Murphy, 14.
And even with his Rolls-Royce cue action,
It's touching ball.
having to hit the ball so hard, just lost a shade of accuracy. Touching ball. So if there's no pot on, which there isn't, Murphy can count himself lucky.
Shaun just showing the referee the courtesy of standing aside and letting Micah have a look at what's on. You can certainly see a red full ball. That might be just for a future reference. Obviously he has to hit one within 3 attempts, but it doesn't appear to be any return to balk, so he's in a little spot of trouble this time. Tendency to come up short playing that shot. Every player has been this week. As I say, the cloth for me is just
Yan Bingtao 4.
runs about a foot short of what would be normal pace in these conditions at this time of year.
Yan not interested in red to middle because he can't get position on a colour from it. Cue ball's a little further from the cushion than from Murphy's first escape. So that encouraged Yao to try to force round on 3 cushions for the blue.
Not a good outcome either. This looks a good angle for Shaun to leave the white in the baulk cushion. And it'd be black. And a decent angle to play into the pack if he wishes. This could be a big shot in the key to the frame coming up. As I say, I think he'll play some sort of cannon at pace. Obviously trusting to luck, but be better playing it. There's no chance really of dropping on one. Great shot. But he's unlucky again, my goodness.
Shaun Murphy 1. Yan Bingtao 7.
Can't foresee things like that. That sort of shot to a middle pocket has to be spot on at that pace. Pot success on the low side for both players. Murphy extraordinarily low for him, 79%. Yan slightly better on 82.
Yeah, good safety that. Did well to cover the right side of the reds. No return that way, so Will he be tempted here? He can play a dump shot off the one that's in the line with the cue ball there. That doesn't look too difficult. That's the shot I'd be playing. No point in having a go at the pot. Position far from certain, and it looks way too risky. And hold on to your hats, he's having a go at this one.
Well, if you happen to miss a pot like that by a considerable margin, you don't know what else the ball you've attempted is going to hit. But in that instance, he's been very lucky. It looked at first glance as he'd left Murphy a simple red starter in baulk, but he hasn't. Murphy having trouble in finding his game for any sustained period today.
Yeah, he could be forgiven, Sean, that events just seem to be conspiring against him this last 10 or 15 minutes. Jan there had a bit of a slash at that long red and all. That's exactly what it was. The result is that it's carved out a decent chance for him. More than a decent chance, really. Under normal circumstances, you class this as a genuine frame winning opportunity.
6.
Even from that blue, though, he could have done with bouncing the cue ball a little further off the cushion.
Seven.
Okay, though, still wasn't all that difficult.
Yeah, cued that one nicely. Recovered the situation. Didn't really want to go up for blue or baulk colour. As I say, well controlled. So still in decent position here. Every chance. Pink's absolutely perfect. Just a shame for Jan that he can't just develop the other two reds off it. I think he's too straight, but that'll keep. Shouldn't have a problem getting a nice angle on the pink in 2 or 3 shots time to just chip those open.
Seven. $28. $34.
Yeah, decent little cannon, but he can't avoid the pink here. Not certain of good position. Needs a little bit more pace in the cue ball. Oh, he's absolutely perfect. Right hand red of the three will pass. And how's the lead? 36. So red, black, red.
40.
And the youngster will be one away from victory.
One. $48. 49.
He's taken these very well, hasn't he, Alan?
Yeah, you questioned, not so much questioned, Clive, but you asked early in this frame whether the boy would have the composure to win frame and match given the chance. Well, he still has another frame to win, but the way he's taken these suggests that should he get a chance to win, he's not going to be frightened of it.
57.
Yeah, just a pity he can't just quite make a century, but 99. Let's hope we can knock this in. Yeah, well done.
Yan Bingtao is only 15, but this has been a break worthy of a seasoned circuit
72.
campaigner. Murphy's in deep trouble. The green doesn't matter. What does is the 74 break, which has given Yan Bingtao a 3-2 advantage over Shaun Murphy.
Welcome back to the Group 4 match between Shaun Murphy and Yan Bingtao. Yan has now taken the lead, having won the 5th frame. This is now the 6th. Commentary from Alan McManus and Clive Everton.
Caught the end red very thin, which in turn caused him to catch the middle pocket jaw. Terrific pot. Couldn't quite make his intended position.
Yan Bingtao 1.
He's sending Shaun Murphy a few messages, isn't he? Not afraid to have a go. This, of course, the frame he needs to put himself into tonight's group final. He looks really up for it, the youngster. He's grown in stature the last couple of frames.
Yes, we could be seeing a Chinese teenage double, because on the first day, Zhou Yu Long, Yan's 17-year-old compatriot, beat the world champion Stuart Bingham before losing the group final to Kyron Wilson.
Now, has yellow or blue come to Shaun's rescue here? Is there a gap through it to get to this red over right corner? There we see it. It appears there may be. You may have to just bend it a touch of right hand side. Not easy to tell. I think you can maybe just get it. Well, he's just aiming a fraction to the right, just trying to bend it. Too thick though. Tell you what though, with the tightness of these pockets, if I were Jan there, I wouldn't mind leaving my opponent this kind of shot. If he plays it at pace, just simply don't fancy him to pot it.
The one thing that Murphy did do is screw back so that he didn't leave an easy red to right corner.
Yeah, but how well did he hit that? It still didn't go. That's why he's got the bewildered look in his eyes there.
Well, you can debate how tight should pockets be. Obviously, if they're too easy, matches just turn into a succession of breaks, but if they're difficult, it means that some shots that are normally on suddenly aren't. Jan attempted a plant there, but had safety in mind. If he didn't make it, knew the cue ball was going behind certain obscuring reds. Murphy attempted the pot cushion first, but came across it just a little bit too much and hit it too thin. Well, whatever he played, it wasn't that.
Yeah, he's just hoping for a cannon, wasn't he? Had to trust to luck. The pot was quite thin, so he was hoping for a cannon. If he'd have got on the black there, he would have had to install him as favourite to win frame and match there. But has to keep the pressure on left side of the brown here as we look. He has to be with the cube. That's a mistake, and quite a bad mistake. Might have covered the red near the left corner, but he's given Shaun a chance to put him under pressure with a good safety. I would have left Shaun a tempter, I think, there with the white and the baulk cushion, hopefully in behind the yellow. And that's the reason why, because Shaun now has the upper hand in the safety battle. Can see both reds. It depends which one he fancies. He'll certainly be taking one of them on. Half a chance of getting back into baulk. Have to hit this with lots of pace. Oh, I'll tell you what a shot. He deserves to be nice on a colour. And I think blue is perfect.
Length of the table from tight on the rail.
Six. Seven.
There's a little mini tester for him. Left
12.
This mid-distance red. The pressure will come from the fact that if he pots it, he'll expect to be perfect in the black and a genuine chance to put this match to bed. Brilliant pot though.
14.
busy little player as well, isn't he, round the table? Doesn't waste
20.
any time, and that all aids the nerves, I think. Young nerves at that.
21.
You spoke earlier, Clive, about wondering if he would get the job done given the chance. We're about to find out.
$28. $29.
Perfectly played, holding on one red
36.
and improving the position of two others.
37.
Yeah, let's say the pink 45. Let's say another 14 would be 59. So it's just 3 more reds to virtually secure a place in tonight's group final, and 2 of them look a cinch.
$43. $44. $50. $51.
Very cool so far. One more red needed to leave Murphy
7.
needing a snooker to stay in the match, but this is certainly not easy. He's made it though, and maybe some of the pressure was off because the 3 other reds down the left hand side of the table would have been hiding the red had it finished near the pocket. A splendid 58 break to lead by 60 with only 59 on. It's been a bad day for Murphy. His performance has been ragged
1.
by his standards, but this is taking nothing away from 15-year-old Yan Bingtao. Who has produced a performance of remarkable maturity.
8.
If he can play like this when he's only 15, how good will he be when he fully matures?
$16.
He's shown no hint of nervousness as he approached the winning line. And now he has crossed it. A great victory for 15-year-old Yan Bingtao. He beats Shaun Murphy by 4 frames to 2, and will play Neil Robertson in this evening's group final.